Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Speaking, of course, Brandon Wenzel, come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm playing a video series of videos I've been doing for a while now. We're going to go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that at the time I'm doing this, folks, I have to deal with some crappy ass lighting, as you can see right here, because, well, it's like 3 a.m. at the time I'm doing this. So, deal? Yeah, sure. Uh, Aside from that, I'm in my back room, which means I got a Peter Can Thunderbolt poster behind me. I got a crappy old ladder off to the side. I got some Marvel figures up there, and folks, I got a cool shirt. When I wear a cool shirt, I like to highlight the shirt. What cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? We got boom, Black Bear Rodeo shirt. What the hell's Black Bear Rodeo? Black Bear Rodeo. Sadly now was, I have to use the past tense, or were rather, a local band on the Illinois scene. I ran into them. They opened up a number of years ago for a band called Daikaiju, who are also an excellent band. And I specifically took note of them at the time. I ended up going out to a few of their shows. Or actually, no, it wasn't Daikaiju. It was Okili Dokili. Yes. Um, and I ended up, the guys in the band ended up being extremely cool people. So, I went over there. I got to see them perform a number of times. Excellent group. Like I said, sadly past tense now. They, more or less decided to kind of split up. But great band. I believe I have video of one of their performances on this channel, in case you're interested. But they're a great band in the local scene. I think their band camp and stuff everything is still up. So definitely check out their music. They're really good. Anyway, folks, what am I trying for y'all today? What are we doing here? Why am I up at 3 a.m.? Well, I'm up at 3 a.m. specifically because I ended up going to sleep, I think, at around maybe 8:30 or something like that. So I woke up and was like, all right. And I was a little bit hungry. When I get a little bit hungry, sometimes I want to make some food. Which was the case today, folks. Because today, we're trying, boom! It's Little Yachty's deep cut pizza, buffalo style chicken pizza. I went over there. I've actually done some other Little Yachty's pizza. Where the hell's the thing? I actually still have the box. They're pepperoni and bacon pizza. I did a full review of this one. Go watch that one if you're interested. So if you're not familiar, Little Yachty, he's a musical artist of the, I think, rap variety. I did actually look into his music a little bit when I did the first review. It's not really my thing, though I do like, a certain amount of rap and hip-hop. It's not quite my style that I'm into, but, obviously the guy's really successful, and on top of that, he goes over there and, has a pizza enterprise, so that's pretty damn cool. If you can go over there and, have music ventures going on, and on top of that, go over there and have pizza going on, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to try some pizza, but first I'm going to show it to you. Oh, it's pizza. 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Sure, why not, man? At the end of the day, if I can go over there and get in a review and go over there and eat some pizza, it's win-win, folks. It's win-win. So let's give this a shot. I'm interested to see, because, I've had buffalo chicken pizza before at different times. It's very hit or miss for me. It depends on how they do it. Let's give it a shot. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with this. So, I have to say, this is fairly ambitious for being a frozen pizza. typically see the buffalo chicken style in frozen pizza format. Though I'm not going to say I haven't seen it. I want to say I have. But, yeah, man, I'll go with this. About the only thing is, and this is completely on my part, I should have maybe left it in for just a little bit longer, just to crisp up the bottom a little bit. But one of my hamsters is doing hamster stuff. But yeah, the I gotta get, man. They actually did. I'll say this, man. This should have been this whole Yachty's pizza thing. This should have just been a write-off thing where he slapped his name on it, and it was what it was. And maybe that is behind the scenes. I don't know. But I will say, between the two pizzas I've had of his, at the very least, they're actually solid pizza. I can't complain at that. And now the nice thing is, whereas comparatively the other one, the pepperoni bacon one, I enjoyed it, but the point of contention that I sort of had was, at the end of the day, I could get somewhat similar pizzas, if not directly the same, that I might prefer a little bit over that one. I felt it was a little bit mid-range. This is something where I can actually say, I think in terms of, frozen pizzas that I've had, I don't think I've ever had a buffalo chicken frozen pizza. If I have, it wasn't as good as this. This is actually really solid. It's cheesy. The buffalo sauce that they used for the base, because they use buffalo sauce and it's not pizza sauce. I think they did a good job with it. For me, I will say, I would have liked a little more zing with the buffalo sauce. If you've never had buffalo sauce, it's a zingy sauce. Ain't no two ways about it. I would have done a little bit more, but I can also understand them restraining, because I do think it's one of those things where, especially since you're using it on an entire pizza, you could have very easily overdone it, at which point it would have been fairly miserable. But instead, you still get the flavor of it. You don't get, like I said, you don't get the zing too much, which is about my only complaint, really. But you do get the taste. The taste is perfectly solid. And it plays nicely with the chicken. It plays nicely with the cheese. They generally did a really good job with this. I'm actually a little bit impressed with this. It's like I said, it would have been so easy for this to have just been a write-off. To just go over there and be like, oh yeah, it's Yachty's Pizza, this, that, and the other thing. And then, rebrand some great value shit. They could have done that. But they didn't. So far, the two pizzas that I've had, they've actually put out quality pizzas. Now, granted, it's frozen pizza. So, you have to kind of take that in stride. Is this as good as, proper pizza? No, it's not. But, by the standards of frozen pizza, that's where you have to kind of take this. That's where you have to put in the comparison. And in that regard, even though I think, like I said, because it could have been a better buffalo sauce. I think that for me is really my only point of contention. I think that would have just given it that little extra oomph. But in terms of comparing it to other frozen pizzas and stuff, it's not the best frozen pizza I've ever had by any stretch of the imagination, but it's solid, it's filling, and like I said, because it does have that buffalo chicken aspect of it, it makes it kind of unique, and it makes it something that, it gives it that extra level of desirability, I guess. Excuse me. So 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it to people? Yes and yes. I can actually say with a fair amount of certainty, I would get this again. Now that said, like I said, it's not my favorite frozen pizza. I'm more of a home run in man myself, but there are obviously some really really great ones out there. If I want like a sausage or pepperoni frozen pizza, I'm gonna do like home run in. If I want a good one, if I just want a cheap one, I'll do Jack's. You know. So if I want something like that, like I said, I already have set standards in mind. You know, maybe even like a DiGiorno. With this, if I want a buffalo chicken frozen pizza, which I might actually occasionally want, this is so far, at least from what I've seen available in my area, this is my best option for that. So it's something that I would go back to. As for recommending it to other people, I mean, yeah, it's in terms of what it is, it's a frozen pizza. It's probably not the best frozen pizza you're gonna ever have. You certainly have to enjoy, the buffalo chicken aspect of things. Though I do think it begs mentioning that, like I said, because it has less of that zing, it doesn't have the same kick, which I think could either go over there and ooh, she's little. It's my little hamster. How you doing, little girl? Yeah, you're out because it's 3 a.m. and you're nocturnal. Who's little? Who's little? With some of my hamsters, I'll go over there and do a little hamster cameo, but nah, she's too skittish. She's adorable though, I love her. But yeah, because it does have that buffalo chicken aspect, where like I said, it's not the best representation of like a buffalo sauce. You're either gonna like that aspect of it because maybe you don't like that extra zing, or you're gonna dislike it because you do like that extra zing. But as somebody who does like the extra zing, I still personally find the overall experience enjoyable. So, anyway, folks, that's gonna do it for me on this one. No. Damn it. Oh man, me and my life. 5 days before I get out of here, folks. Have yourself a great rest of the day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your year, and folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly buffalo-tastic rest of your life, because buffalo sauce is delicious. Final two things, folks. Number one, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, but you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole. It's not always the easiest thing in the world to do, folks, even though we live in a time where we have, fairly delicious buffalo chicken pizzas at our availability, thanks to Mr. Yachty. Appreciate you, Yachty. Life is still stressful. It can be hard to deal with sometimes. We might find ourselves in situations where we want to go over there, express our assholishness. It's going to happen. But take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to try yourself out some buffalo chicken pizza from Yachty's Pizzeria, as I have done here in this video. And maybe, like me, you're going to enjoy it. And you're going to be like, it's all right, it's okay. But then you're going to go over there and you're going to be like, well, wait a second now. Wait a second. Would it taste even better if I went and ate it in Buffalo? So then you go over there, you take the pizza, you go over there, you get it on a plane, you take a whole trip out to Buffalo, you find the very core center of Buffalo, because that's the most Buffalo that anything could ever be Buffalo. And you just for shits and giggles, along the way, you picked up a buffalo as a sidekick. And you eat the pizza in Buffalo with a buffalo. And it's pretty damn good. Or conversely, you could just go over there and, maybe hit up like a local pizzeria or something like that and see if they have buffalo chicken pizza pie.